Hello and welcome in Knitting in Mauritius. My name is Anna and I think I can still say, because it's still January, Happy New Year. It is my first podcast in 2023. I was crazy busy knitting, crazy busy with kids and family because between Christmas and then into New Year they have 1 month holidays. Normally from school, they were home. We have been enjoying our summertime, hot summertime, and now we enjoyed also the rain. It was for many weeks, like I think 3-4 months no rain, and suddenly 2 weeks ago started to rain, torrential rain. We got even warning to stay home last Friday. All shops were closed and so on. On the end of the movie I will put some pictures from the flooded Mauritius, and you can see the situation, how it was in our country. Since yesterday morning we have sunshine again, so after every rain is coming the sun. Yeah, we enjoyed the time when it was no rain, but we have been missing rain a lot because we have been thinking 3-4 trees in our garden died from the draft, you say? And it was not the case, because when the rain just came, it was after 2 days, the grass became green, the trees started to give leaves again. Amazing how nature is strong. We have been watering our plants a little bit, but it didn't help when it was so dry and so hot. Now it's hot, humid and very sticky. Okay, what happened also since I last recorded? It was Christmas in between, it was New Year in between, it was my birthday in between, birthday of my son, my small one, and my friends from Austria were here, friend from France is here right now, so very busy time, and also for me, I must say, crazy time of knitting. I got really lot of good and new ideas and inspirations. That's why I was not recording the podcast, because I was rushing to knit in the free times I was having, and I still need to finish a shawl and 2 pullovers because my husband is traveling, so I want to finish a shawl for him, matching to a hat which I will just show you. And my friend from France is here. I want to gift to her a ranunculus, and another friend just ordered a pullover from me, so I will knit it for her also. But both of them are all three of them are leaving in the same time, so I have not much time to knit, but I will try to satisfy everybody. So my name is Anna again. I'm living in Mauritius and I hope you enjoying this podcast. All informations I will try to edit and put here somewhere over my head, and as information note, and also as a note in below in the there is a special place, not comments, information note under the podcast. You can click on the button and you will see all links and information about the yarn I was using or I'm using, and the patterns I was using also. So I would like to tell you what I finished in the meantime. This what I'm wearing today is my last finished object for 2022, and supposed to be a top for my Mary, for my Chinese friend, for Christmas. But then I decided not to knit it for her, as I informed you in my last podcast, I think. I did it for myself. I continued, and it is sort of sleepover. It is a dress for me. For here, I am putting it on my bikinis. Today I'm wearing like a long slip over under, you put under dresses, see-through dresses in white, so you can see the beauty. It is oversized. It is made out of 4 skeins of FEZA Alpians. I will add all the names here. Exactly 4 skeins. I was knitting until till the end. Even for the seaming here of the sleeves, I was using normal thread to sew it in. Just that I use each and every of the yarn, centimeter of it, and it, you know, because it is strings and it is a ribbon, it was very bouncy, but also when I finished knitting it was looking like a top, and I said, okay, it's great for a top. I mean, it will be oversized, a top only. But when I soak it in water and I started to block, I realized I need to block a bit stronger because of all the eyelets pattern I used in this fabric. To open the eyelets, I needed to stretch, and as the strings are in different sizes, different widths, it was sometimes blocked, so I needed to pull it apart, the stitches, that they will give the definition. So it became a sleepover. For me, it became a dress. I love this kind of tops which become dresses. I'm wearing here around my house and I'm wearing on my bikini. But you can wear it with pants and a white shirt. In a normal climate, 4 seasons climate, you can put a white shirt and this on top, or you can knit this dress in 3 skeins and you will have oversized a top only. I will write a pattern for it, so in some future time I will publish it and I will inform you when the pattern is on. I will not be too quick with the pattern. Anyway, it's a ribbon yarn, so it's not a warm garment. So for people who has now winter time, you will be able still to knit it in summertime when you want to have this pattern. And for people who are having now hot summer like me, I'm sorry, but I'm not enough fast to do everything on my own. And I'm enjoying more, as you know me already, I'm enjoying more knitting and creating something than writing the pattern. But the pattern will be written. So I will stand up now to show you the beauty of it, and some brown colors and some different kind of strings. So this is this dress. It's very see-through. You can see my bottom thing is a bit longer than my dress. So this is the dress, which is very oversized. It's like a sort of summer top, and you could knit it in a smaller version, I mean less stitches when you want, or you can just go on with this big oversized thing and you have a beautiful beach sleepover. FEZA yarns in this style, they have many different colors. I kept this one because I don't have anything in brownish, goldish colors needed. I like very much pinks, as you know, and bright colors. So, and when I started to knit with this, I realized, no, I cannot give it to my friend. I will keep it for myself, and I'm very happy I did it because I will not re-knit it again. So this is what I finished in the meantime, and I can show you, and I'm wearing today. What I finished also in the meantime, the grandson of my husband, my step grandson, and his mom were traveling from Mauritius to France for holidays for 1 month, and they left now, I think a week ago. And of course, we are living here in a hot climate. We don't have really proper winter clothes and winter accessories. So they were asking for a hat and shawl for him. He is 6 years old, and I did it. I will include the pictures here of my son modeling. My son is double age, so my son is 12. So it looks a bit funny on him, but he's modeling the shawl and he's modeling the hat. And you can see I used 2 of CHROMA twist worsted weight yarn, is this one. And each one has 218 yards in 100 gram, 2 balls. So I used for the shawl and for the hat 2 balls together. I have so much left of the yarn only, so you can see it was yarn with changing colors, so there was kind of stripes coming. There is this base of one blue string in the yarn, and another string is changing, a bit like in a SPINCYCLE or a SHOPPEL volley, where the yarn is spinned together and plied together. So this is the yarn, the leftovers. It's going to a jar with yarn. So this is my project. On this shawl I was using 3.5 millimeters needles, on the hat 2, and on the shawl I was working with garter stitch, on the hat with 2x2 rib, and the crown of the hat I was sort of managing on my own. I didn't use any pattern for it. The shawl I just also created while doing. So I started with few stitches, then I add on both sides some stitches, then I kept the stitch count for whole length, and again I reduced the size of stitches and kept the same size of stitches on the beginning and on the end. What I like in the shawl, and I'm quite proud of myself, I knitted his initial of his name. There is the letter F, as you can see on the movie here, and I did this after the shawl which I knitted for my husband, and you saw it in the last podcast, the illusion knitting system, sort of. So I used purl and knit stitches, and I knitted into the shawl. While knitting the shawl, I implemented the letter F, his initial. So I'm very happy. So it's only for him, and it's very squishy, very nice yarn. I can say that it was beautiful to knit with it, and to tell you, it is 70% superwash wool and 30% of nylon. I think it's good for the mom, this yarn, because she can put in a washing machine and a dryer, and it will not change the shape or not felt the hat and the shawl. I hope they're enjoying the cold time now in France. What I did also, I did many things. I did, this was actually the second finish garment, accessories for this year. The first one was 2x2 rib hat for my husband. It is knitted in Galerian's Prime Alpaca. It is so squishy, so soft and so bouncy. Prime Alpaca from Galerian's, it's very, very bouncy. I love it. Okay, this is rib hat, so it's anyway bouncy. But what I like in this yarn, it's I'm knitting for him a shawl now also. I will just show you. This is the yarn, charcoal, the colorway, Galerians and the company, and it is the Prime Alpaca. What I like in this yarn, it's really bouncy. I have a pullover made for myself out of this yarn, and I remember when I was, it was a year ago. I remember when I was knitting the pullover, and later I was washing and blocking it. After blocking the the yarn became again the same, the fabric became the same as before blocking. It's very bouncy yarn, very bouncy, very, very fun yarn. I love to knit with it. It's so soft. It's really one of the softest yarns I ever am using. I know I'm boring you because I'm talking always about this Galerian's Prime Alpaca, but it is really amazing yarn. So it's 2x2 rib hat made for my husband, and the crown looks like this. I don't know if you can see because it's dark color, so maybe you don't see properly, but I will show you. There is the pattern. It's free of charge pattern, 2x2 rib by ANNY. You can find on Ravelry. It's very easy to work with this pattern, and I followed the stitch count, and this is the hat I made it for my husband. As you know me, I'm always mixing up the work in progress with the purchases and with the finished garments. That's why I will talk immediately now about work in progress, which I have still on my needles, and it's still with my Christmassy markers from QINGFIBRE. So this is it will be a shawl. I just decided to do a shawl matching this hat for my husband. It's not much more to do. Maybe one more time so much length. I know when I will block it, it will be coming back to the same size. So I need to knit much more, one more time, maybe a bit more than one of this length. And it will be a shawl for my husband. Matching this hat when he will travel to Germany for his small knee operation. It will keep him warm. It is, I'm doing here I-cord, how do you call this, edge? I-cord edge, 3 stitches I-cord. And I don't know how many stitches I have, but I'm using this plastic needles, which it's okay for the moment, 4mm needles. And I'm doing garter here, will match beautifully the hat. So next time you will be seeing me, I believe it will be done, but it will be on I will show you on a picture because my husband will travel, I believe, until the next time I'm traveling. I'm recording. So this is again the Galerian's Prime Alpaca DK size, and it is color charcoal. He chose this color. I love it too, and I think he'll be very happy. I don't know if he will take his Illusion Knit Stuttgart shawl with him because it's much more like a shrug than a shawl. And as you know, when we travel, we don't have so much luggage free of to travel with. So I think he will be maybe limiting himself to some more lighter shawls. That's why I'm knitting this one. So hat ready and shawl work in progress. I'm sorry, I'm really hot here, but I wanted to record here. I found when the Christmas tree was standing here, I found the light here very good, and you can see a bit of the garden. Also here my birds, my parrots from which are behind this wall. So you have a bit of attraction also while I'm talking with you. What I did else, finished product, I have many things to show you today. I think I will do today my knits and my finished garments and my work in progress. And by the next podcast, which I will record hopefully soon, I will show you all my acquisitions, which I think I got a bit overboard this time. In a way, I found that in December, end of December, January, was nothing going on with some companies, with some yarn companies that I love, but I got so much of yarn and so much gifts of yarn and to show you. So I think I will record soon again episode only about the acquisitions, because I have so much things to show you what I was working on. Next, finish accessories from this year and between last time I saw you and now. Excuse me, I will have a glass of sip of my prosecco. Is a hat based on a free pattern from Instagram. There is a lady, you can find her on Instagram, I am so woolly, and she has a pattern, I am so mohair beanie, which I needed already, I think 2 or 3 times for my friends as a gift. Yes, 2 times, I think 2 times. And then I needed one now for my mom. I used, I don't have the etiquette, but I will show you. I used again, because I got plenty of this, and I ordered now much more of different colors. This is a 50% Angora, 50% merino wool, and it's yarn from ANNY BLATT. You can get it on a French website, ANNY BLATT, and it's just, I must say, even better than brush suri alpaca. I mean, I love brush suri alpaca. I have so much stock of all kind of mohairs, mohair, silk mohair and DK mohair, and so much beautiful colors. But since I work with brush suri, and especially the one from QINGFIBRE, I just love it. I mean, I love the softness, and this is different level, different kind of yarn, but I cannot stop to knit with it. So yesterday I placed order, and there is much more colors coming. I want to do many things with this yarn. So this is the yarn from ANNY BLATT, Angora, 50% Angora, 50% merino wool. Very fluffy, very fluffy. I love it. Not itchy at all. This is amazing. And for this beanie, for my mom, I combined with 2 leftovers POTLUCK from hedgehog fibers from my last advent calendars. They were bit of sort of purpley colored, and one yarn was here. Then I was sort of trying to mirror with the second skein left over, and so I have sort of moving color here. And I used also, I hold it with a string of cashmere from QINGFIBRE, also from VERANITA. I don't know the colorway, this was a special colorway, I don't know where is the paper. So here is ANNY BLATT in it, QINGFIBRE cashmere, and POTLUCK, I think you say, yarn from hedgehog fibers. So strings, 3 strings together. It's a I Am So Mohair beanie from I Am So Woolly lady from Instagram. I love this hat so much. I will do it for me because I want to have it, and because I just love the yarn. And you know what, doesn't matter, here is hot, very hot, no aircon is running right now, that's why I'm a bit sweating everywhere. But when I sit on my desk and work, I put sometimes my cowl, which I will just talk to you about, or my hat, just to not to get crazy cold on my head. And since actually now it's so humid also, we're having 3 machines running in our living area for drying the air in our rooms. And because without this, I needed also woolen socks or slippers just to keep my feet not getting really sick from the humidity in the air. I think I'm a bit having a bit of rheumatism maybe, so my joints sometimes hurt, and I think this is helping very much to put a hat sometimes when the aircon is blowing on me or the woolly socks. And anyway, I have to use time to time my knitted garment. So this is I Am So Mohair beanie for my mom. You can wear it as a you can wear it as folded, or you know, you can wear as a slouchy. I think when I will be wearing this hat in Europe, I will be wearing this way, and I like things a bit on the side, coming like, you know, like a, hey, why not? So this is I Am So Mohair beanie. For my mom, while knitting this, I am still having this yarn quite, I think 4 or 5 balls left in my stash. So I decided to knit for my sister, because she said she doesn't need any hat anymore or any beanie anymore. Then I decided for my sister to knit a cowl, very easy cowl. Sorry for the hair everywhere. So very easy cowl, just the same yarn in color mint, and I hold it, this one, with oh, now I don't have the band. Last podcast I was showing you, I bought by Steven and Penelope sock yarn, bonbon, add the name here. So this is one of the skeins of it, one of the ball, very bright colors, but actually it's coming, this and this is coming very similarly in color, so they can sort of borrow each other or exchange or give to each other this thing. So I was using ANNY BLATT Angora, 50% Angora, 50% merino, with this VERANITA cashmere, which is lace, yeah, lace size, and with this string of this yarn. I was using this three holding together, and I did cast on, don't remember how many stitches. I cast on some stitches here, then I was putting on my neck the cowl and checking the size, and I was marking in, the beginning of the rope marker, and then not in the middle. I was putting two markers here on the same distance from beginning of the row marker, and then I was I think 6 rows increasing the size here by making 2 stitches in front and on the back of the marker. And then she got a bit of, on the back is just covering the neck, and here is going big bit down the cowl, and I finally finish with RICO pine off. So my sister will have a cowl, which my mom most probably will give her the hat. As I know, my family, the sharing. Again, my hair mess. Oof, very hot here. So this is the cowl, and I'm very happy with it, and I block it maybe too strongly. Next time I will not block too how we call? I will not pull the yarn too much to give the stitch definition. I will keep it more as it was when I was knitting. The hat, for example, is much more loose and much more softer than when I was blocking it a bit too strong. But look at this yellow. This yarn is, I will cover my face just to show you. I don't know if you can see. It's amazing. It's amazing. When you like yellow, it's million times better than mohair and than brush suede alpaca. I love it, and I ordered now many colors. I think I ordered 6 colors. They don't have anything like a hand-dyed yarn, ANNY BLATT. They don't have anything like this in this yarn. So I mix with another colors, or you can do it on its own, but then it will be very fluffy, as Angora is very fluffy and very warm. And I ordered purple color. I ordered a sort of biscuit color. I don't know the names now because and the names are in French, so I can remember this. It's mint, definitely, but the names are going in French, so I don't remember. But I ordered also very red color to make maybe something like a small scarf, which I would just make a little like a bow here in front for myself, and then I am some mohair beanie, yeah, something like this. So, and I ordered also 2 balls of black again because I have left over from the black which I needed for my friend. So I want to do a hat for me in black, which I normally don't wear black, but why not? And I don't wear knitted garments. Pity. But even now, when I'm sitting here in my very airy top, I am very hot, and I hope it's not disturbing you. that I'm really suffering here from the hot, and I don't want to sit in an air conditioning room because you will hear the noise of the aircon instead of seeing the beautiful green garden now, and hearing the birds making noise. Another finished accessories is for my brother-in-law. And here I will also write a pattern because I love it so much, this hat, and I think I know there is Stephen West and Under Armour doing a lot with slip stitches patterns, but this is my stitch count and my you know, I woke up one day and not long ago, and I say, yes, this would be super hard for my brother-in-law. He likes colors, and I like to knit for him because he's so knit worthy. And when I was knitting, I say, but I don't see something, I mean, there's nothing like this what I just developed by Andrea or by Stephen West. And you know, slip stitches are also sort of in every stitch dictionary books. So I decided I will write a pattern for it, for my stitch count, for my reducing the size of the crown. Yeah, it will be a pattern. I don't know how this is because I also have some things to show you, work in progresses, which I feel, I don't know what to think about myself and what you would think about myself. I know Under Armour has some patterns which I want to buy and knit and follow her instructions, but I know I can do it on my own just by seeing something similar, not the same, something similar, because you know, I don't know her stitch count, I don't know her change of the stitch, and when she's changing the stitch, how she's managing the yarn, because I never read the pattern, but I started to do something for myself. I will not do for anybody else, I just do for my own, and I do with my own yarn, and I do with my own ideas, and I'm just creating something, sitting and watching movies or podcasts, creating, I don't know if this is a crime. I'm not copying someone. Okay, come back now to the hat. Hat is definitely, I didn't see by anybody the same hat, the same way of knitting, so it's basic for me. Maybe for some people which are new knitters it's not so basic, but it will be hat written for small kids, for 12 to 16 years old kids, for ladies and for men. So it will be 4 sizes pattern on the hat, and this is the big size. It is for my brother-in-law, definitely, and I will show you now how it looks. It looks like this. He likes big things. He likes big hats. He likes colorful garments. So I did a hat looking like this. You can pull it more down and it will go more down this part, or you can even flip this rib side and you have more fitting hat on your head. he is asking me to add a huge red pom-pom, reddish. So I will try to find some yarn which match this part of the hat. So the hat is 2x2 rib here in one color, and then we're starting to make slip stitches in some and in a, how to call this, in some design of only one row, no, 2 rows of slip stitch and putting the contrasting colors, and 1 row where the main color is knitted. And then we're going to another pattern up here. We're coming back to the same pattern that was in the bottom, and then I'm reducing the size of stitches and making the crown here, but it's very round and very slouchy crown. So I will show you again. It is a big hat. For me it's a big, I will need it a little shorter for me. I mean, this will be the lady's size, but he likes big and colorful, and here we get a pom-pom, so it will push it down a bit, and I think he'll be very, very happy. He's really fantastic knit-worthy person. So this is knitted with 2 strings of alpaca Dream Decay from Fashion Alpaca Dream Decay from RICO Designs. It's a German brand. I hold it 2 strings. It's written decay, but it's not decay, sorry, it's never decay, this yarn. So I made it decay. So this is decay, this rib. So by holding 2 strings together. And then I used, again, German yarn. I used the SCHOPPEL, but I was holding 2 strings of the SCHOPPEL to make also decay. This is also what I will talk in my second podcast, in another podcast, about this SCHOPPEL, and I would like to, because I would like to share the difference between the SCHOPPEL you can buy in Germany and this is called ZAUBERBALL, Crazy ZAUBERBALL, and there is a SCHOPPEL edition 3 in America, which I also bought, and I see the differences, and this I will talk about in the next podcast. So this yarn is very thin. They say it is fingering or sock yarn size. I am sorry, I think it's very, very, very thin yarn, and I would say it's a lace yarn. So in the hat I was holding it double. That's why it's so colorful also, because I took 2 balls actually, but you can pull from the middle and from the outside, and that's why you have so much colors going on in this hat. But I was using 2 balls. I will describe all in my pattern, and I will tell you how many millimeters and so on for your size. So you can use this SCHOPPEL, or you can go on with a beautiful hand spun yarn from SPINCYCLE yarns, and another your own spun yarn. That's I think my finished garments, and it's already very long podcast. I'm sorry, I was needing a hair elastic now after showing you all the heights. just to protect myself from the heat. So, oh, you can see my beautiful earrings I got from my friend. Oops! I got from my friend for my birthday, which was on 20 January. So it's already passed, but it was nice day and it was nice time. I was having coffee in my friend's place. She got a coffee place, and yeah, we went there with my friends, and it was actually a rainy day, cold rainy day by government, so the kids could go with me for the breakfast, and they enjoyed also. And so we got this year already, the kids went back to school on the 11th of January, and since 11 to today is what, Sunday, we got 6 days off from school because of the heavy rains and warnings. So, talking about my work in progresses now, and my not copying situation. I don't know, I hope it's okay that I will show you, and I hope it is, you know, I didn't bought the night shift, it's the pattern from Under Armour, and I just was having the SPINCYCLEs yarn dyed in the wool in my house. As you know, I'm buying yarn as I love it, and I'm having at home stash, and so I don't know how you would take it, but I sort of, by looking at the night shift, I decided to do it on my own, something, and I'm not following her pattern because I don't have the pattern, but I'm making my imagination work, and I just combine two strings of the SPINCYCLE yarn, and I'm working mosaic knitting like it's in the night shift. The night shift is made with Dream State yarn. I'm having at home the dyed in the wool yarn, so which is different weight of yarn. The Dream State is, I'm sorry, I have here written, Dream State is a sort of iron weight, and dyed in the wool is sport weight. I bought the yarn because I was seeing it. Okay, I have another colors also, which I'm doing a top sleepover, which I would like to one day show you and publish the pattern, but this is another story. It's completely different stitch completely. So Under Armour is using the mosaic knitting in her shawl, and by looking at the yarn which I have, I decided to knit something, start something on my own with different yarn. I mean, mine is sport weight yarn, she's using Dream State, Dream State, which is iron weight. I'm using 3.5mm needles, she's using 5mm needles, which I can see, you know, on the Ravelry, you can see the description of the pattern and so on. And she is using 823 meters in her shawl, and mine will be 4 times 200 meters. So, no, what? No, 8 times 200 meters, sorry, it will be 1,600 meters. So I'm using 8 skeins of SPINCYCLE. I want to use for this shawl. I want to be a huge shawl, and I showed you, I think 2 podcasts before, I bought the yarn because SPINCYCLE was advertising the yarn as the 4 of them as shine in the night, how do you say? Yeah, you know, glowing, sorry, glowing in the dark. And I wanted to knit something for my kids, combining with the another yarn which is really glowing in the dark. So I tried the the yarn. I tried the yarn, where it is. I tried the yarn, this is one of them, and this is another one of them. Oops. I tried, it's really, sorry, it's really not, in my opinion, it's not glowing in the dark. But I saw just now advertisement from SPINCYCLE again on Instagram. They're claiming that it's glowing. Maybe I have wrong light, I don't know. But anyway, so with these 4 skeins plus 4 of another ones which I will have left from my sleepover which I'm knitting, and my sleepover is nearly finished. It will be bottom up sleepover and it's nearly finished. So I see the yarn is left there. So I'm using different colors also in the shawl. So I'm doing sort of the night shift, but on my own stitch count and my own yarn and my own slip stitch, mosaic stitch style. I know it's very similar to Andrea Mori shawl because of the yarn, but definitely when you see pictures it's completely different stitch count and different slip stitches they're going on than on her shawl. I'm doing this for myself. I will show you this way. I'm doing this for myself, and it will be not for anybody else as gift given. So I think it's good that I'm doing it, as I have the brain power to do it, and I have many stitch dictionary books which I'm using to do this pattern. So it will be a shawl, of course, not a cowl, because this is maybe now 2, 4, maybe 500 meters now here putting into this part, and I want to use 1600 meters, so it's still a long way to go. It will be one piece, finish with the spin cycle, done, and I will have the sleepover, which with another tones, but also with dyed in the wool yarn, and it will be completely different piece. So I don't know how you feel about this, that I'm doing it without buying the pattern, but I have the brain power to do it something on my own, and I'm doing it. Another thing I must say, maybe I will not be so popular in this podcast, but another thing, I have the decay yarn from SPINCYCLE. Oh, it's here. SPINCYCLE, and it is the American wool. It's 150 yards in a skein, and it is worsted weight. So this is, I like pinks and greens and so on. I was having only 2 skeins because one day I was ordering here and I made a mistake. Instead of buying the yarn dyed in wool, I bought this one. So this is the name, Hidden Place, worsted weight. Dream State. And I have now 2 skeins of it. I think they're going very well with hedgehog fiber, blue sparkly yarn, which is ozone colorway, and it's 200 meters. It's decayed hedgehog fiber, decayed merino wool, and I'm combining it by doing also slip stitches. I'm completely into slip stitches right now, doing something like this. So this is my start. Sorry, yeah, it's up, it's finished. So this is my start. In the color is the Dream State in Decay, and the slip stitches are made with the hedgehog fibers. I don't know what it will be. I tried to block this. It's very squishy and very, I don't know how this will be after washing, but I tried, and washing and blocking, I tried to block here. It's a bit more visible, the style. I cast it on, I don't know how many stitches, no, I don't have the paper. And I'm doing, I cut here by the edge. I don't know what it will be. I think it will be maybe cardigan, because I have 3 skeins of this, but then I have a Madeline Tosh yarn in thinner yarn, and it's not Decay, it's a 360 yards in 100 grams. So what it makes? Must be making it, I think, a SOXY yarn, sport weight yarn maybe. And so I have something similar like this. So this yarn I want to use, I have 3 skeins I want to use for the body. And then the Magelintosh, I think I will be doing some ribbing here maybe. Okay, this is the bottom part of the cardigan. Let's see what will come out of this. I'm freestyling something just to use the yarn and just to work with the decays. I'm not working with the really twisted decays a lot. I'm using more the yarns like Nutigen and the unspun yarns in decay size then, but not really the high twisted. I have many in stock. I also started to knit a shawl in it, just to use it, because you know, I think it's quite heavy fabric in this decays, and that I already don't wear my fingering or sock weight yarns here too much. I'm not using, I want to use this what I have in decay and not to buy anymore. So I'm working on something. Let's see what it will come out, and let's see. I mean, this will be definitely cardigan, as I'm sort of crazy into slip stitches right now. Last thing I will show you today, no, 2 more things I will show you today, because I just put on the side many things, because this podcast will be going for on and on for 3 hours. So I will come back to you again soon, because I have many things to show you. I'm sorry, I'm sticky and I have yarn everywhere. So last thing what I will show you, I'm working on my old WIP from last year. It's supposed to, I showed on Instagram some pictures a long time ago, and it's supposed to be a pattern. It's supposed to be a written pattern from me to you, but as I ordered not enough yarn from QINGFIBRE and they don't do the colors again, then I realized I'm knitting something which is beautiful, but I will not be able to wear it, and I don't have anybody in my circle of friends and family who I can give this pullover to. And over and above, I was thinking it's a big expense to knit something and to give to someone who will maybe not enjoy it at all. So what I did, I kept the shape of the raglan, as you can see. So I started on the, this is top down pullover, and I started here, and I started, as you can see, immediately doing the raglan on this pullover. I am using here, I have, where is it? No more at all. I'm using here, I used here 3 balls, 3 skeins of brush alpaca in colorway Kiss My Ass. And I love this color, and I love this speckle there, and I love these yellows and light pinks and so on. So this is a top which I'm still working on. It was completely different sleeves on it, planned, but I ripped it. I mean, this was knitted up to I think here, and then it was the cinched 2x2 rip sleeve here going on. But then I couldn't wear it. Nobody in my circle of friends could wear it, and I still realized I don't have enough yarn. So I was finished with these 2 sleeves, with the cinched sleeve, and I was also nearly finished with the bottom of the pullover. I decided to remove it, and it was knitted with the decay yarn, dashing decay from QINGFIBRE, also in the same colorway than the green one. So I ripped off the sleeves and the bottom part, and now I'm knitting something for myself using another yarn, extra yarn, just to finish and just to make beautiful garment for myself, and there will be no pattern for it. I think it's when you know, when you don't have enough yarn and you cannot weigh and measure the yarns, you rather keep it from yourself and you design something else. So what I did, I rip it until the original stitch count here, and I knitted the leftover of the yarn, and here I found in my stash the blue sky fibers, brush alpaca in white. I have in my complete white in my stock. It's DK size, and I'm striping three stripes of white, 2 stripes of DK dashing from QINGFIBRE. So this is brush this is brush from QINGFIBRE, this is brush from blue sky fibers, the white. This is QINGFIBRE DK yarn, and I was striping, not reducing the stitch count until I decided until the length of the sleeve was good, and I just cinch it together. I reduced the size of stitches dramatically on 1 row, on the 2nd row, then I knitted 2 rows and I bind off. It's a balloon sleeve. And then the bottom here is without any finish, because I also decided to knit it longer. I was thinking I will not have enough yarn, but I have enough yarn, so I will stand up. I will knit it longer. So I will knit 2 more whites and 2 more greens, and then bind off without cinching. It will be straight down pullover. I have only one problem. I don't like on my body, I don't like the raglan shapes, not at all, not at all. And this doesn't flatter me so much, and that's why I do a lot of fabric here, and I don't know what to do with this neckline. I did it mock neckline here. I rip it. A lot of ripping in this pullover. I was starting to knit in the white, and I'm mixing with the green hoodie style, because it will be nice and big size and balloon sleeve style pullover. So it's a lot of fabric here, but I was thinking maybe a hoodie will be a great solution, but then it's too much white. So what I'm thinking now, I think I would do a Peter Pan neck. I mean, this is the neck. Okay, I will add here Peter Pan shape. I will put some picture here what I mean. So it's apparently it calls Peter Pan, and it's a rounded neck style here, and I think it will be good. I will do it in white, then two stripes in a green and white, green and white, and then I will bind with white, bind off, and I think it will be good. So I have to pick stitches here. I just was too lazy now. I need to pick stitches here, but as this yarn is so toothy and so great, it will be easy to pick stitches here and finish this garment. I think next time I will show you a finished garment, but no pattern for it. So what I still did, oh my goodness, it's a very long podcast. I knew it because it's a long time I didn't record it. What I would like to show you what I did, as we're having a jewelry company or precious metal company, I have some access to some parts to make my own stitch markers, knitting markers. So I did it one, I will show you maybe like this. I did it one marker like this, using a silver loop from another lock. Then I did it, this is from my company bag, and I added a clasp here. It is another stitch marker, or it can be because you can open this part, or it can be a progress marker. Then I did it, this is a beautiful part here. Can you see? This is fixed, and this you can press in, so it's a clasp, and you can add any type of charm. So I did it fish marker, and this is made in silver completely, all of these things. This is another type of where is this? Without eyes, without glasses, I don't see anything. Okay, this is also, no, I can't see now, I need the glasses. So it's also a part where you can open one of these links. And I added another fish here. This fish is silver and some colors on it. So this is my another stitch marker which I did it. Then I have a glass watermelon with a loop, and I added the same thing what I was mentioning just now. So I have another stitch marker. I'm very happy with my stitch markers. This I showed you already, and this is small another part. This is fixed to the clasp. You can open it like this. Sorry. Okay, this is difficult again without glasses. So you can open, you can see this clasp. You can open and you can hook any type of your charm. And this is a tea cup. I don't know if you can see. It's a teacup and it is all silver finish. The last one, it's not made in silver. The clasps is in silver, yes, but this is the just basic clasp. Then I added a link, and this is made in a brass. In our company is a pretzel. So this will not be a stitch marker, but it will be progress marker because it's the clasp I chose. It's a quite small, so it's a progress marker. You can keep it. You can put it somewhere, and yeah. So that's my self-made stitch markers and progress markers. I just wanted to tell you that in last year I needed 30. Oh, now I put glasses because I can't read. I needed 36,923 yards, which means 33,763 meters of yarn. I finished last year 14 sweaters, pullovers, 1 vest, 3 dresses, 9 hats, 11 shawls, 1 cowl, 2 toys, and a total of this all is 41 finished projects, which I'm very, very proud of myself. It's a crazy way of being, but I love to knit and I love to spend time with my yarn. Now I will finish because it's a very, very long podcast. I will come back soon with my acquisitions, with my work in progress, which I have still already, but I will not show you now everything. I will come back soon, I promise. I will be better now. And I wish you a very beautiful year, 2023. I will not put actually pictures of our crisis water on the end of the podcast because it is already a very long podcast. I will save it for the next one, or maybe I will not show. I don't know, I have always so much to talk about yarn. I hope you survived the twittering of my birds and my chat. Be happy, knit well, and stay healthy, and thank you for watching. Bye!